But all I can imagine is being in a throuple with Terry and him going, what we're going to do right here.
It's the Scott and Allie Not for Air podcast. The rules are gone. The shirt is untucked. Here's Scott and Allie.
It's the Scott and Allie Not for Air podcast. What are you drinking?
Oh, a Celsius.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I
just need a little boost.
I wasn't sure what it was. Does that stuff really boost? I never know what Celsius is.
Endorse me. No, I'm just kidding.
Please, Celsius. What is it? I don't
What
do
does it
any
do?
energy drink. Excuse me, I just burp on myself.
It just gives you a little bit of energy.
Really? Is it like
Yeah.
what? Super caffeinated?
Well, I don't know how much caffeine's in here, but I can tell you that it doesn't give me the jitters. Because like sometimes you get the jitters from these things.
Yeah.
But no, this one doesn't give me the jitters.
I don't do energy drinks at all.
It says no aspartame, no artificial colors.
Just straight liquid
that's
sugar.
right. I forgot about this part. I haven't read this in a long time. So
Yeah.
It's got green tea with EGCG.
What's EGCG?
I don't know.
EGCG.
And ginger and guarana seed. Isn't guarana the isn't that raccoon poop? What's bat poop called? What's bat poop?
Oh, that's guana.
Guana. Yeah, this is guarana.
This is guarana.
It's Guarana.
Guarana.
And then it says it turns on your thermogenesis, a process that boosts your body's metabolic rate.
Really?
I need all the help I can get. I just tried on some Kentucky Derby dresses and did not go well.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I first borrowed some from a girlfriend of mine who I knew. Girls are so funny. I like how girls like to pretend that we're all just the same size and we're all so sweet. My girlfriend, just pick up these dresses. I'm sure they'll fit you. And I'm like, we're nowhere near the same size, but I thought maybe it stretches. Okay.
Oh.
I go yesterday, pick up 3 dresses. I'm looking at this one and it's like a baby doll could wear this. I was like,
it's like, have you met me?
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever seen my boobies? Okay. So, and not even just that, my back is like a football player. So I go to put it on and I mean, the gap between the 2 zippers is at least a foot.
That's great.
Like, okay.
There's not enough clamps in the world to pull that together.
No. So then I get a second dress and I put it on and my nipples are crying to come out. It was so tight. Luckily, the dress was stretchy enough, but it was like,
I can't breathe.
The third one couldn't even get over my shoulders. Like,
oh wow.
Oh yeah. But
have you thought about for the Kentucky Derby party just wearing a saddle?
Oh my God, what a great idea.
Oh, that is actually pretty funny.
So then I thought, well, I'm gonna look at my own dang closet. I pull the first dress I pulled out, I tried on. Thank God it still fit because I was feeling like a big fatty.
Oh.
So it fit fine. I was like, okay, great. So I pulled out another dress and I was like, this one's a little tight, but I bought it tight and I've still never worn it. It still has the tags on it. And then this third dress, when you go to, at the top, there'll be like a hook eye thing. Like,
oh, yeah.
Tiffany might go, do the hook eye.
No,
So
I know the hook eye.
Yeah, so I was like, Zach, get the hook eye. I said, then you're going to have to zip it. Because I knew it was snug last year when I wore it to a wedding. He's like, not a chance.
Oh, God, what a horrible spot for him to have to be in.
Oh, totally. And I was like...
And, for a guy, you're like, you have to make it seem like you're just all thumbs.
Yeah.
Because you don't really want to come out and be like, listen, big lady.
Big Allie.
Yeah, you don't want to come out and say that. And it's like then you're in your man mind, you're sitting there in this very rare situation where you're pretending that you're all thumbs and you just can't connect something, hoping that your own frustration will take over and that you'll just be like, oh, forget it, I'll get it, and realize yourself, I ain't fitting in this dress.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because
and
there's
I realized
not much he can say besides, I don't think this is going to work. What else do you say?
And also, there was nothing he could say except for this. I'll tell you what his answer was. Well, I realized it's not going to work. And I think he didn't want to bust the zipper either, knowing that it was snug last year anyway.
This is all part of the process of, as a guy, you try to look like you're all thumbs and just can't get it.
Yes, yes. So then after that, he's like, I'm sorry. It's just not going to work. And I'm like, all right, I've gained a little weight. And he goes, did this dress fit before?
He said that?
Yes. So I think like
he should have stopped with it. I just don't think it's going to work.
I just don't think he realized, like, is this a new dress to me? Is this an old dress to me?
You're being very tolerant, and unfortunately, and I know he did not mean that ill-intended, but he should have just stopped with, I don't think this is going to work.
Right.
Just leave it there. So, when you start asking, did it ever fit you? Boy, that's a move.
So I pulled up a picture of me in the dress from last August at my friend Sarah's wedding, and I was like, yes, I wore this dress, and I thought, did I try it? I don't think I would try it, but maybe I tried it. And then I'm like, Allie, shut up. You gained some weight, okay? You've gained some weight. So I talked to my girlfriend who was originally letting me borrow the dresses, and she asked, of course, how did it go? I'm like, you're so small compared to me. Like, let's quit pretending that we're all the same size in this world. And I told her, I've gained a little weight. And she goes, I blame Zach. I said, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
You start like going out to eat all the time and all that stuff. You just get little fat and happy.
Fat and sassy.
Fat and sassy.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at right now.
Well, all right. Let me ask this then.
Also, I just have to show you this. So this shirt that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I mean, it fits, but these buttons.
They're fighting.
They're screaming.
they're fighting.
If you just watch that on YouTube, they're absolutely like.
It's a nice shirt, though. I don't remember seeing that shirt.
I usually wear it around St. Patrick's Day with the green.
You do? There's green in there?
It's green and black stripes.
Oh, I see gray. This is what I hate about my level of color blindness. Like, that shade of green kills me.
Oh, and it's very bright, very bright.
Yeah, well,
but don't worry, this shirt might be.
That'll be back at the back of the closet starting tomorrow.
Yeah, this shirt might be
retired for a while.
All right,
let me ask you a sincere question, because I mean nothing ill-intended by this. So I know you have spent a lot of time working hard to maintain a personal comfort level of your fitness and health.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you just said, look, you meet somebody and you're both social people. The next thing you know, you're out and about, you're having a good time, and 7 pounds later, you're going, I can't wear that dress to the Kentucky Derby.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. It's not a lot of weight that I've gained. It's
but sometimes a little bit of weight really sucks, because you're like, oh, I did not realize. Well, so here's my question.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to slow that? Hey, I found the distillery in the woods on a random every weekend. You know what I mean? Like, does it go, all right, you know what? We got to shift this a little bit.
Oh, believe me, I've said it so many times. Like,
but you keep going.
But then, like, so many fun things pop up.
Yeah.
And he just likes doing fun things, and I like doing fun things. So we're really terrible as far as that goes.
See, you're really strong. One of you has to.
And it's going to be me.
Yeah,
it's going to be me that puts.
And it's not that you shouldn't go out. Don't get me wrong. I'm thinking that instead of going, well, Friday night, had drinks with Sarah there, you guys were out late. And then Saturday it was, breakfast at whatever. Then Saturday afternoon, as you're on a drive, you find the random distillery in the woods. Then Sunday, it's brunch. And then,
it's going to be me that has to put the kibosh on it, because I need my clothes to fit.
Sure.
And I need to not have my buttons screaming for dear life.
Well, you've worked hard. Look, it's been such a small gain that I wouldn't have.
I can reel it in.
I wouldn't have even noticed. I mean, then again, we're in a weird spot. We see each other every single day. So if I hadn't seen you for a month and a half, or if I hadn't seen you since you were as busy out with Zach as you are, that might have shocked me. Well, that sounds terrible. I don't mean that like that, but you know what I mean? I might have noticed, but.
Well, also, because I I have a trainer on an app, so I have to take pictures of myself every other week, and I have to measure myself every other week.
Yeah.
And this has been before Zach even. This was like through my last breakup. I wasn't going to the gym as often. I was just, I wasn't feeling so great about myself. And I was telling my trainer that I went through this massive breakup and that I was in a living situation. And she even said, "Oh, I didn't realize like you were going through all of that." And I think that's where it really started, was I just started to slip because I just wasn't going to the gym. Yeah. And then I found somebody, and now it just makes me super happy. So yeah, I'll get back on track, Scott. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, I'm not worried.
You'll be able to bounce a quarter off my behind.
That's no, but I was just wondering, like, at what point where do you go, and how do you find that compromise? How do you go, okay, we will do one meal or one thing out, because that's the other thing too. Eating out is a different calorie than it is. It's just the way it is. So, is that what it comes to? It goes, okay, we're going to pick our plans the other time. And, this might get easier. I'm going to tell you why. I just was, as I was talking, I was thinking of this. Summer is coming, although I don't know when here in this part of New York. I mean, you get 4 days of summer, then you're back to, the middle of November. But summer's coming. I'm going to bet you guys could transition from going out as much to you could grill, and you could make those good choices of we'll do chicken, we'll do fish, we'll do, a steak
and
here
we're
and there.
hiking. We're very into hiking.
So I kind of feel that, the distillery hunt or the 2 brunches on a weekend and a dinner out, 2 dinners out. Yeah. I think naturally you could curb that. Even if you're telling people to come over, it just it's different. Even
like yesterday. So yesterday he came over, and it was a beautiful day. And what happens when it's a beautiful day? We were eating dinner on the deck because we grilled, and a beautiful deck makes me want to drink a glass of wine. I don't know what it is about it, but like having a cocktail on the deck. So he did, and I consciously made the effort to not do that. Yeah. I was thinking, no, I am not going to do what I normally would do. Yeah. So trying on some Kentucky Derby dresses may have...
That'll put the kibosh on a glass of wine.
That is exactly right. Plus, I don't like drinking during the work week.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it at all. Yeah. And I just don't sleep very well doing it. So I am proud of that first step.
Well, I think that you'll be able to figure it out. So, all right, you were talking about eating and drinking. Can I tell you? I have a question, and it's a weird question, but it's like might be something here. So yesterday, I was driving by. We are for anyone out of the area that checks out the Scott and Allie Not for Air podcast, all one of you. Yes. I would say we don't currently have a Chick-fil-A in this market. We are getting one, and we know exactly where it's going to go. And the timeline, I believe, has it opening 2027. So it seems like a little while, but I found something out.
It'll be here before you know it.
You get the rate we're going with 26. This is going to be, we'll be eating their chicken sandwiches except on Sunday, like in a minute. So hear me out on this. So originally when we had found out we were getting the Chick-fil-A, and I said, I bet you it's going to go in the old TGI Fridays near our Sam's Club. Now, for anyone locally, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For anyone not here, we lost a TGI Fridays. It's been a couple years. It's been at least 2 years, maybe longer.
Which is crazy.
Maybe 5 years.
Wow, time has really flown on that one.
Well, but here's the thing.
I think I went into it once.
Yeah, well, but this is where I'm going. This is where I'm getting at. Yeah. So at any rate, it's in this location where it's a pretty prime location in our town where lots of traffic, stuff like that. Hopefully they'll figure that traffic pattern out, because Chick-fil-A is going to be asses to elbows, and they're going to spill out onto the main road. But that's not my problem. That's our friend, the county executive, problems. But here's my question.
What?
So the TGI Fridays that was there, and I don't know this answer.
Okay.
If you've ever been in a TGI Fridays, one of the things that's actually really nice is the bar that they build in the TGI Fridays. They always build a really nice. If anybody remembers the old TV show Cheers, our TGI Fridays, that bar looked a lot like the really nice bar that it was in the old TV show. You know, the real nice wood and all that. Now,
That's true. It was, yeah.
My question is, what happens? Here's the reason why. They're knocking down the building. We didn't think they were. They're going to.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's news to me.
They're literally going to knock it down and rebuild. Why? Well, you got to have double drive-throughs for Chick-fil-A. The location fits their need. I thought originally the building would fit their need. I've heard, maybe I'm wrong, but I've heard they're going to knock it down.
So they can make a smaller, thinner building so they can have okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that takes me to where it is. What's left in that building? Does TGI Friday? I don't think they disassemble the bar. I don't think they come in and do that. I'd imagine the table and chairs are gone. I'd imagine. I would think an 18-wheeler would pull up and, head company for TGI Fridays would take tables and chairs. I don't know, though.
Or why don't they do sell everything?
Well, there's been places that have done that. But here's the thing with the bar, okay? That if you were to have a bar in your home, now you could theoretically cut that bar down and probably make 4 to 6 home size bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Garage bars.
You're right. And you figure it's good material because a lot of the public's in and out and doing all that stuff. Does it just get knocked down with the building, or
I hope
or
not.
is it even still there? I am so curious on this. I don't give a shit about all the stuff they have on the walls in those places. I would like to hope that they pulled the washboards off the wall that you could get at any rustic store around the Twin Tiers. But
another thing they could do is, that somebody could do. There's a lot of wedding venues around here, and that would be a good bar to put in a wedding venue.
Yes, even if it's okay. So it was the squared bar, kind of rectangly squared. Even if you cut it down where you could buy for a wedding venue that I would think. It's one of these weird recycling of stuff from a building Think of barnwood, okay?
Yep.
You know how popular that is.
Yep.
Does it just go with the building, or what happens to the equipment? Is there any equipment left in there? Why
don't they do an auction for that too? Because there's always businesses in the area, and even going as far as Binghamton to Hornell.
Yeah.
That they are opening, it might be a new Mexican restaurant, or it might be whatever. They should redo it. I know somebody who's selling their food truck right now.
Oh,
well,
wow.
yes, of course you're going to sell it. If you're not using it anymore, somebody else is going to open a food truck.
Yeah, sure.
Whether it's cupcakes on the go or whatever.
It's got to be cheaper than buying a whole new thing and retrofitting it out. But I'm serious.
And I'll tell you what, I've been on Facebook Marketplace a lot lately.
Yeah.
I have not seen anything advertised for that.
I almost want to go and look in the window.
Oh, let's do it.
I really do.
Oh, my God, yeah.
First thing I want to know, somebody may be able to say, no, they ripped everything out. It's literally a shell of a building.
How come nobody's ever talked about it, though?
No, and
we haven't seen it.
I've never seen, that's the thing. I don't recall seeing 18-wheelers roll in there and
our
tables
listeners
getting loaded out.
Our listeners would be the first ones to be like, oh, did you see that they were unloading TGI Fridays? We would have got that text.
Somebody would have said something. I mean, because now I want to look in there and be like, what? If corporate TGI Fridays has sold it, and we know Chick-fil-A is going in there, and they haven't...
Chick-fil-A doesn't need a bar. They don't have alcohol, right?
Well, no, but what I'm saying is let's say
but one of those frozen lemonades with a little vodka, that wouldn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, well, that's why they sell the pocket liquors or the purse liquors.
Purse liquors.
But if they don't, if it hasn't been cleared out at this point, it's like when you close a house. Well, I'm very sorry that you left that car in the garage. It's mine now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's something to that because those bars were always just very, I don't know, they
well built.
They were well built and it was a nice bar. And you're right, between a wedding venue, between breaking it up and letting a few people buy it for their home, or whatever, I think there's something to this.
Yeah.
I hate waste.
Me too. With everything. Because if they have that, do you remember what's the Jack Daniel's sauce?
Yes.
If they have a couple bottles back there.
Okay, it's at least 5 years old in that building.
But condiments don't really go bad.
I don't think they stay great forever.
but I bet you that would still taste delicious. My dad used to love that stuff.
Yeah, well, no, it was very good. They had the ribs and all that with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't.
Oh man, it was the chicken tenders that were the best.
I don't think a 5-year store closed was the idea you want to get that out of.
Do you remember last podcast? I said I wanted to extend a conversation we didn't get to on the last one into this one.
Yes, and that's fine. If we do that now, I can save my thing. I found something really interesting about the president, not just this president, because I know that's very divided, but something interesting. If we don't get to that this week, I'll save it for next week.
Okay, so one of the things that I have heard a couple times now is, let me just start here. One of my girlfriends is dating, and she's divorced. She's been divorced for years, and she had said, just in passing, what if I was into women, you know? And she had a not great marriage.
Yeah.
Not great divorce. And I said, girlfriend, I've thought about this. After my last breakup, I was like, maybe I should go to women. And I said to her, I feel like you would be the perfect lesbian. But I will say, I have friends.
What an odd compliment to a girlfriend. You'd make a great lesbian.
She seems like she's been on the lesbian back burner for quite some time. Like she probably has Melissa Etheridge and Brandi Carlile on repeat. So and me personally, when I was going through my breakup and I was like, maybe I should just go to women, maybe I should just give it a try. Well, two things. The first thing was I have lots of lesbian friends, like lots. It's almost a running joke how many lesbian friends I have. Lesbians love Allie Payne. And I thought, you know what? They just go through the same BS that I do. At least I think so in my head. It seems like they go through the same BS. So I'm like,
I wouldn't know.
And Sonia is like, of course, I told her this at the time. And she goes, you're the straightest girl I ever knew. You couldn't even attempt to be a lesbian. Like, you probably couldn't even. And I was like, no, there's that one time I kissed a girl in college. Oh, wow. And yes. I was at Pie Sig.
Alcohol fueled, I'm sure.
I was at Pie Sig Halloween.
There it is.
One of my girlfriends grabbed my face and I was like, Get away from me. Excellent. Get that tongue away from me, young lady.
Put it away.
Put it away. I don't want to say that. I want to. So I say to my girlfriend, you should go lesbian. I think she could. I think that she's just looking for a protective, emotional person. Well, I mean, and I think that she needs to find a real good mask lesbian.
A what?
Masculine. They call mask. 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 So it's
they used to be butch.
Well, yes, Scott.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, that's, you need to find somebody butch. Yes. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Queer's cool again.
What is?
Queer's cool again.
Oh, that's true.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong. I don't mean that mean.
So then, same week.
By the way, I love that expression.
Queer is cool again?
No, butch. It's probably terribly inappropriate. And to the lesbians that I might offend that are more masculine, I think you look good, Butch. And I had an uncle, Butch, and he wasn't a lesbian. Well, yes, he was, just like me.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, we're all lesbians.
So then, same week, another one of my girlfriends, she's like, man, I think I might go lesbian. So then,
holy hell.
Wait, hold on. So then I'm telling first story.
Are they putting something in the water like fluoride?
Well, I think that we just want somebody who is.
Add some more gay juice.
Gay juice. I think we as women, we just want somebody who is emotionally more present.
That's what it is.
And also that can cut down a tree. So I tell Zach about these two instances that first one's the divorce, second one, and he goes, "You're not gonna go lesbian on me, are you?" I said, "Is that a fear?" He
Not
goes,
now.
Right. I
just
said,
before you thought about it.
Right. I said, "Is that a fear?" And he said, "Well, no, I never thought it was, but like, no."
Nah.
It's kind of like when all your friends are going through breakups and divorces.
Yes. And you're the one that's staying,
Well, that happened to me. So I was the first one to go through a breakup. Then all of a sudden, my old traveling partners, they got a divorce. And then my other girlfriend, she's going through it's like all over the place now.
It does do that. It spreads like that.
It does. So he's afraid I'm going to go gay. And I'm like, No. Cross my mind. Cross that noggin. But no.
Yeah, but I think, okay, first of all, I think,
do you ever fear that Tiffany's just going to be like,
no,
see ya, babe?
No, I can't say that.
No?
I can't say that I ever have thought about that fear whatsoever. I think what you nailed it in one sense.
In no senses.
No, you totally
Although
did.
that might be a fear. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
No, it's the emotional connection. So your friend went through a bad breakup. She's dating again. She's not
she's not finding something that she's looking for.
The easiest thing for anyone to say when they're on the dating scene is, well, there's no timeline for when you're going to find somebody. And I think that in her head, she's like, well, this is just not coming together. This could happen when you least expect it.
It's not time for her.
Right.
No. What I'm saying is she doesn't care about time. I'm the one that was like, do you ever think about going lesbian? No, it's not time for her. She doesn't really care about dating. I feel like it's more me that I'm like, get on those apps.
Wait, I'm confused because this started out, your friend was saying that she's considering going lesbian.
Yes, but I'm very much encouraging it. So,
okay, I see what's happening now with you. Since you always want to play matchmaker and you can't quite figure that one out, and that hasn't been a success, now you're just like pushing your friends gay. Jeez.
So, she says it in passing.
I can't find you a man. Wait. I can't matchmake you, but...
She says it in passing, and I'm now her new hype woman. Go gay.
So here's the thing. I'm not saying that she's not going to... I'm not saying that she'd regret it or anything like that. What I would say is this. I think she's just in a period of emotional... there's so much that changes after a breakup when you're with somebody, especially the longer you're with somebody. It takes some time. It really does. So she's just not... I don't know that she should... But if she is seriously considering it, then I have to say this. That's been something that doesn't just come on like a case of the flu.
Right.
Okay?
Well, and that's where we talked about that because she was like, I don't know if I'm really like feeling it as far as like in my heart, but maybe something that I might need to experience.
Well, maybe what you should do is try to feel it down below and then tell me if you really like it or not.
So wait, hold on.
Because I do have more to say on that.
So hold on. So then I said, well, maybe it's got to be a certain person. And let me give you a perfect example.
Okay, sure.
There is have you ever heard of the soccer player Abby Wambach?
Yes, I have.
Elite. She is like the GOAT of women's soccer.
Yes.
So she met her wife, Glennon Doyle. Now, Glennon was straight. Abby, always been a lesbian. Glennon was straight, and Glennon was like all of a sudden seeing her at some sort of speaking engagement and was like, oh my gosh, I have to be with this woman. Mm-hmm. And maybe for my friend, it's just that she just hasn't met the right lesbian.
Oh, Jesus. You're not wrong.
Are you saying I should quit being a lesbian pusher?
Yes. That's the first thing I'm going to say.
Okay.
Because, what happens if she tries and it's not for her and then she's filled with regret? Where are you going to stand on that?
Wait, why the regret? Okay, so you go on some dates and
you never know. Maybe
go on some dates and you're like,
okay, but here's the thing. Okay,
I have more regrets for my 20s, Scott.
I'm gonna come back to the 20s. Or wait, I'm gonna come back. I'm going to come back to the person in a minute, okay? I have to go to the overall. And this is just my own personal belief. I don't necessarily know that for a guy you go gay suddenly, or for a woman you don't. I think there are more pronounced people that have decided that they not decided. There are more pronounced. What's the word I'm looking for? Wambach.
Abby Wambach.
Okay, you had made the statement. You said, she clearly has been a lesbian forever.
Yeah.
I think there are people that, and I swear I don't mean this in an offensive way, it just sort of is broadcast off them. Like, if your name's Shelby and you play soccer, you're probably eating carpet. So that's, I think it's there, and I'm not saying you don't have feminine qualities. I'm just saying I think it's projected more early on. I think for people, I don't know how many people wake up one day and...
You mean like later on in life?
Yeah, and it just happens. I think it's been there, but you just haven't had it. It hasn't been as pronounced.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like a volcano. It's laying dormant, and you just need to...
How many guys has she been with before this?
Well, she was married for so long, and...
Okay, but I mean, has it always been guys? It's been guys.
Yeah,
And now,
that I know of, unless there was something in college that I don't know of,
okay,
but I didn't know her then.
For argument's sake, if from when she started dating until... and I'm not saying you can't be curious about the same sex at a younger age, and maybe you don't project it as much that your course of life is going to be a lesbian, but you've obviously followed, a certain taste, if you will. And
you feel like you would know if you liked chocolate or vanilla way before.
Yeah, you're going to, way before that.
Well, wait a second onto that theory. I used to hate mushrooms, but now I like them.
Honey, you like mushrooms way too much to turn lesbian.
That's so true.
So that all being said, I think that, to suddenly wake up one day and go, I'm going this way. No, it's been in you. It's been in you, but maybe not as projected as other people all along. And some of those people have even gone as far as getting married and have kids. But the reality to it is, for Tony, he had his first encounter with a guy in the locker room, maybe in freshman year in high school, put it out of his mind, or tried to forget about it and go, nope, that's not the way I got to go in life. I'm going to have kids. I'm going to do this. But the reality to it is he's always liked it.
You think so cookie cutter though. And I don't, and maybe, but that's why I'm saying you're proving my point of.
And nothing I'm saying is bad. Please understand your lifestyles are not bad. I don't care what you do.
I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying that maybe she should dip her toe.
No. It's
wait, I got another one that's...
But finish this. This will finish my other thought, and then you can take me down there. She's in an emotional place that she's questioning everything right now. So don't push her to go like that. Give her say, you know what, take the time, see where it takes you. Don't say, take the time, go find a chick, She
didn't just break up with this person yesterday. They have been broken up for years now.
And dating can sometimes take forever.
Oh, yes, I know.
And I know. There's also nothing wrong with her being alone or just going to get a booty call. And here's the thing. I think what she needs to do is this, and this is where it comes back to the special person, okay? Say you were invited to be part of a throuple.
Okay.
You know as well as I do, and don't mention names, of your vast selection of friends, there are certain people you could absolutely not be a part of it. You'd be like, I can't.
No.
I can't.
No.
But there might, God, by me saying what I'm about to say, I might open the door for a lot of your friends to question this. But there also might be a couple people where you were like, I don't know, if there was a couple drinks on a Saturday night and we were all in this crazy mood.
Oh yeah, I won't say. But all I can think of now is Scott's best friend Terry, who has the deepest, gruffest voice.
Terry gets dragged into everything.
He does. But all I can imagine is being in a throuple with Terry and him going, what we're gonna do right here.
Where's the duct tape?
Oh, even better. Think of all the fun him and Lisa have. See, Scott, you can get in on that.
No, thanks. Not my couple for that.
No.
But that being said, is this, how
Zach and I would definitely not be your couple either. No.
But you know how there are those.
Here's Scott. He'd be coming like, hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
I don't want to ever think about this. Erase. So there there are certain people that, and I'm not saying you are necessarily attracted to the person, but you could find yourself in a situation with that person, and it's okay. Does that make sense? Like there are just, how do I describe this?
I don't know what you mean by that.
If you were, I'm going to make up a name. Your friend Jane, okay?
Jane? Okay.
Jane. This is your friend Jane, okay? Jane's the person that, I don't know, one crazy Saturday night you could share a guy with, but you couldn't do it, let's hypothetically say, with Danielle. You know what I'm saying? There are just, it's a weird thing to think about, but I think there are people that, this kind of ties to your point, you kind of could get into it with that, but there are other people you can't. So that takes me to this. What I think you should do for her is get an attractive guy and get a lesbian, have them both stand in front of her or lay down in front of her naked, see God. Which one she dives for first.
It's the emotional attachment that she wants.
You prove my point, Allie. That's why you can't push her lesbian. Let her get lots of girlfriends. There's nothing wrong with being a girl that's, wishing she was in a relationship, still likes the D, but has a lot of girlfriends to, fill her emotion cup up. She doesn't have to be, turning lesbian and doing the, that is the sexuality factor to it. She doesn't need all that.
It's not sexual. It's emotional.
Please.
Okay, yes, there's some sexual.
Then you know what? There's no lesbians in the world. They only like girlfriends to be able to fill their emotional cup.
Yeah, but my
Scissor Sisters.
My girlfriends do fill an emotional cup for me, but not everything. Like how
you think friends of mine that are gay don't have sex? No, they fill each other's emotions. Come on.
I know there's both things that happen. But what I was just saying that wouldn't it be great if she could find somebody that was filling the emotional cup and the other thing too?
Don't push. Is what I'm saying. Just don't push it. Let her.
I'm the best hype girl.
But it could push her to somewhere she's not prepared for.
Oh, okay. I think at the age and stage she is in her life, she can make that decision. I'm just saying I'm being supportive, and I could see her going gay.
And you know what? I'm saying for the team of guys that just
I bet you the gays would love her on their team.
And all I'm saying is don't provide a loss to the men that are out there, because once you're gone,
well, especially here's the other thing. She's had such a glow up since this relationship ended, like such a glow up that. You're right. It would be a loss for you guys.
See, there you go. So we shouldn't have to lose. Well, not me, but we, men in general shouldn't have to lose out to the lesbian team.
Oh, that's what it really comes down to. Hence why I told you, my boyfriend was like, wait a second. All these people are switching teams. You're not going to switch teams, are you?
Like I said, you like the mushroom way too much. More so
on my pizza.
A portobello, please.
Jeez Louise.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
All right. I think we're done. I'll save my president thing for next week. It's really actually very interesting. I'll tease you with this. Mm-hmm. Do you think the president has to pay for anything out of pocket when they're president?
No.
I'm going to blow your world apart next week with this.
No, because one thing I want to say before we get to that is I think of how they dress. I assume.
Wait, are we talking about the lesbians? Because that's a lot of flannel.
I mean the suits that the presidents wear.
Oh, yeah.
I assume that Armani is throwing suits at them. That's a good example of something I don't think that they pay for.
You're going to find out next week, because I was pretty blown away at what I found. I never, ever knew this. And keep in mind, not every president we've had is quite to the financial stature of, say, Trump.
Right. Right.
He's a billionaire by, before he went into office. So you're going to learn something next week.
He's got towers named after him, national parks, state parks. I passed one.
We don't have a Trump state park, do we?
We do.
We do?
I just passed it. I was on that vacation last
weekend.
Do
they grow orange trees?
Bye.
It was dumb.
Well, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? That was fun. Do us a favor, will you? Subscribe. Share the Scott and Allie Not for Air podcast. Touch our buttons. We know you want to.